Welcome to Word of the Week. I'm Nick.
I'm Vinayak, and today we are recording from Cubbon Park in Bangalore, and we're in the presence of what might be 100-year-old tree. So as we sit here, you might hear a little bit of the rustling, the leaves in the background, some of our common birds calling out. And today's word is belief. And first thing that comes to mind about beliefs is how they're stories. Beliefs are stories that we hold as being true until we learn the truth about them. You know, they're sort of like the lantern that we turn to when we're in the dark about something. And we need them in order to sort of connect our internal world with something that's unknown and that's, that we're about to meet on the outside. That's, I suppose, how the idea of belief starts to form in my head.
Yeah. I've noticed that it's also becoming very evident, and my experience this week, around how it informs my behavior, how it informs my next step, or how I might perceive something to be completely opposite to the way it is. And it struck me as to how powerful that belief, albeit with the right intention, can really steer the direction in which you go in. So there's almost an uncomfortable element of it as well, where I felt that I needed to question some of the beliefs that I felt I had or that emerged, and not necessarily change them, but realign them so that they were actually more wholesome, and they held a little bit of more wisdom of now in them. The beliefs weren't wrong, they just hadn't evolved with the wisdom of experience that has been around through being alive every day, having interactions with others. They kind of stayed in this little time zone of their own.
They're invisible, aren't they?
Yeah.
And that is perhaps what makes them a little scary too, that to consider that we don't actually know what we truly believe until it is reflected in our behavior.
Yeah.
And sometimes someone else points it to us saying, hey, this is what you did, and we're surprised by it, that and I suppose that's what also makes them so powerful, because they silently kind of shape the expectations we have of ourselves and of others, and in the process, once we learn what they are, then we start to gain power over them, about how we can possibly change them or reframe them in a way that we can meet the moment with whatever is needed now.
Yeah. I went to a place when you were saying that, where it took me to a place where I was thinking about how I'd like to believe in something was really talking about having a hope that something exists rather than having a faith. So there's this little dance going on between belief, faith, and hope. The hope, where does the hope come from? The hope comes from something, but I'm now questioning whether hope actually comes from belief. And actually, thinking about it right now, I think actually a deeper sense of belief, which I could refer to as a faith I have, a solid faith in something, or in myself, actually gives me hope.
Yeah.
And that the belief is there to be a guide and challenged, and will evolve as I get older, as I have more experience.
Yeah, I suppose, we can say that to be is to believe, really.
Yeah.
We're sitting here, I'm seeing that thing lying on the ground there. For a second, I thought that was a snake. And a part of me was hoping, I think, that it might be a little visitor that's come to see us in the afternoon, but then it's actually a broken branch from a tree. So that's how, I guess, beliefs meet us in the here and now.
Yeah. And the minute you said the visitor and the stick there, I actually saw that as a snake. That was really so. I think on that note, we might just let's embody the word a little bit more.
Yes, we're in it now.
We're in it. Let's take a moment to take a breath in, and what we're going to do is ask you to close your eyes and just get a sense of the word belief. Take a deep breath in, and silently to yourself say the word silently in your mind, and allow yourself to feel the experience of belief. And now take another breath in and open your eyes and just check in as to where you are in your environment.
And as you stay with the experience of that word, take another breath in and maybe say the word in your own voice as it rolls out. Notice where that word might resonate, or you might feel that word in your body, and what it might be drawing you towards. As we sign off, hold space for what belief might you be drawn to this week.
On that note, we wish you a great week, and we'll connect with you again next week.